Okay.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the PASSHE West virtual session for Transitions Healthcare, Autumn Grove Care Center. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, Connie Stauber will join us and tell us a little bit about her organization, the positions available, and some other information that would be relevant to you as a potential candidate or as a student pursuing a career path that hires the majors that would be relevant to her organization. So Connie, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with the organization.
Okay, well, my name is, like you said, Connie Stauber. I am the Human Resource Generalist here. I have been with Transitions Healthcare for almost 2 years now. And at Transitions Healthcare, also known as Autumn Grove Care Center, we are a 103-bed skilled nursing facility. We cater to an array of people from young to old to skilled rehab to long-term care. But what sets us apart from many other nursing homes is we actually have a 64-bed, it's a locked and secured, and we call it a behavioral health unit. So it's for those that have higher needs than just somebody who's young and frail or older and frail with a little bit of dementia. We have severe Alzheimer's, severe dementia, you know, the behavioral psych things going on, whether it's bipolar, schizophrenia, those types of mental health issues. And that has set us apart from a lot of nursing homes. And we find it often a lot of people who are enhancing their careers will find this a great place to stop by and have to work with people such like that. So it really does keep you on your toes. It's probably one of the best departments to work in because every 5 minutes is a new 5 minutes. We look for registered nurses, licensed practical nurses, certified nurses aides. We have occupational, physical, and speech therapists here on staff. We have a group of doctors that come in, Dr. Hancock's and his team, nurse practitioners that round in here daily. Aside from, we have a staff coordinator. She is a nurse by trade, and she helps with the education for the staff so that we can keep everybody in tune. Our administrator comes with the wealth of information. He is a nurse by trade, worked up through the ranks from CNA through RN to director of nursing to becoming an administrator. So I think that with that here at Transitions, it has really allowed us to blossom because you have some really well-rounded people that come from all avenues and have the knowledge to help our staff overcome obstacles in their way sometimes. We stay full. Our census, like I said, would be 103 at full, even through this COVID, which, knock on wood, we've been COVID free. We have kept our census near full capacity. With the rehab, you know, again, you have people who are here for 3 or 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, and then they're going home. So we do help with those clientele there. We have a dietary, housekeeping, and those jobs tend to come open from time to time. So we have even that as an entry level for someone maybe working their way through school that needs a flexible schedule.
Thank you so much. That was a great overview of your organization. So what do you find that employees and interns like best about your organization?
It's definitely a very friendly environment here. People are just so opening and, you know, welcoming to someone. I hear that a lot. Even if people have left, they're like, God, I miss it there. People were just so more friendlier. You know, being in Harrisville where we're at, we're, you know, outside of between Slippery Rock and Grove City, and it's, you know, country mind like people as well. I think that that's what people like about it here. It kind of steps away from maybe a busy city life to a more calming environment.
Great. Thank you so much. So, what makes your organization, in your opinion, unique from other companies?
We are managed by Transitions Healthcare, which they manage 5 other buildings. However, we are still that small business, small mom and pop organization. What happens here, you know, is done by the administrator here. It's like his business. You know, we run it as our own business. So we don't have that. And sometimes corporate mentality can be well welcomed because there's a lot of stuff there and resources for you. But yet, I think that here we just still have that. We're together. We're our own little family in this neck of the woods, and I think that sometimes people enjoy that. They feel that whatever they do really does matter. They are part of making the successfulness of Autumn Grove, and coming from both avenues of companies that have gone from small mom and pops to corporate, large corporations, and then back to this. I think that I found that even myself very welcoming.
Great, thank you. So, what do you think is something that most people don't know or might be surprised to learn about your organization?
So I think the one thing that people learn is it is not there's always, you know, rumors about places and all of that place or whatever. And most people will walk through the doors and they're like, this isn't anything like what I've heard. And I'm like, it's not. Again, it just resonates out there. Once they come through the doors that, wow, we really are a good, wholesome company to work for. And we have a lot of longevity here. And when people learn that about us, you know, when you have nurses that have been here 23 years, 32 years, aides that have been here 16, 18 years, I think that starts, when people start to hear that, they're like, wow, you're here. And that's because you also find that the company in itself takes care of their employees when they need it the most.
Absolutely. That says a lot about the organization when you see employees that have that longevity.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is, especially particularly now.
Yeah.
So that really is a testament to the organization. So, you know, when you're looking at hiring and you're looking over a candidate's resume and cover letter, and you know, you're talking about like that family atmosphere and that environment. That's a great environment. What is it that's something that you really look for in a candidate, especially in their resume or cover letter, that would kind of draw you to them to want to bring them in for an interview?
We're looking for people that have great team work abilities, because that's what makes us work. That's what makes us great. We look for people that are willing to engage in learning more and becoming more. You know, we want to help enhance their careers as they go. And again, longevity. You know, we're looking to invest in a person who's going to invest in us.
Great, thank you. So, you know, this next step, so the candidate submits a resume and cover letter and they obtain an interview. So what tips do you have for students or alumni of what they should and maybe also should not do in an interview?
One thing that I think that every newcomer should always ask for, if it's never offered to them, which this COVID has been a challenge, but it was something that I've always preached, is take the opportunity to come into an organization, to ask to do a job shadow, and say, may I come in for 2 hours on a Saturday or in the evening and just watch someone perform their tasks. Most companies, and I know we encourage people to do that, to come in and just see what it's all about. because we often find sometimes it's not the right place, or maybe they find it the drive is a little further than they really anticipated. You know, when you're going for the first time or the first couple times, you don't really think about it. So I encourage people to go by, take a tour, job shadow, be open-minded to the new experiences. Badmouth the company that you worked for before. That would be my advice.
So, you know, that's fantastic advice, especially that piece regarding the job shadow, encouraging people to a job shadow. And that's fantastic that your organization encourages that, because like you said, that's really an important piece to understand truly if you were to maybe take a position, what the reality might be. So, you know, just of something, you know, something like a drive, you know, how the distance to and from work and how that would be for you. So,
you know, I'm not to cut you off, but like in long-term skilled rehab care facilities, you know, they're a 24-hour day operation. So there's always an opportunity to just come and say, hey, I'm here for an interview. Could you show me a little bit? Or I'm thinking about applying. What is it that you can do it? You know, people answer our doors every day, all hours of the day. And this is a great opportunity for them to pop in, maybe even before they apply for a position.
That's fantastic. And I think that's great advice. So kind of going on the end of what you said, of something not to do in an interview, you know, bad mouthing a current or former employer. So if you do hear that in an interview, tell us what your thoughts are as far as, you know, how that looks for that candidate, you know, some of the flags that it might raise.
You know, it's going to raise a flag to really maybe divulge in. And in this healthcare industry, everybody knows somebody. So sometimes you may learn, they may bring up something, but then, you know, you learn otherwise that maybe that wasn't the case. So my advice is to don't talk about it, you know, just that, you know, you can always say it wasn't a great fit for me anymore personally, and I left. But oftentimes I'll hear younger kids coming in and they're like, well, that place, you know, they were risking my license and all this stuff. And it's like, you know, it just doesn't sit well with the supervisors, you know.
Sure. Thank you for, you know, explaining, you know, how that would be concerning to an employer and, you know, giving that view. So you talked a lot of different opportunities and a lot of different positions, you know, or a lot of different roles that you have in your organization. So tell us, what opportunities are available for alumni, soon to be alumni, or current students with your organization?
Okay. Our current availabilities right now are registered nurses, licensed practical nurses, and certified nurses aides. We're actually offering currently for the month of June, anybody who's hired before June 30th, from June 1st to June 30th, they're eligible for a $6,000 sign-on bonus. This is a great opportunity for somebody who, you know, maybe took time off while they're raising their kids and they want to get back into the swing of things, work flexible hours, you know, maybe they want to learn to be a certified nurse's aide. We can help them get through that program as well. We have needs for PRN, casual staff for our therapy department, so speech, occupational, and physical therapy. There's opportunities there. And I still have a entry level in our housekeeping department that's available as well. And that is, and a director of nursing. So somebody who's got a lot of qualifications like the alumni's, you know, we're looking right now to fulfill a director of nursing. It's an unfortunate situation that occurred, and we have to fill that position.
Okay, thank you. That's, those are really some fantastic opportunities. So if somebody is interested in some of the opportunities that you mentioned, what would be the best way that they could go about applying for those?
Sure. The fastest and easiest way to get a hold of anyone here is to call our phone number, which is 724-735-4224. And again, that's 724-735-4224. They can look on Indeed. I have ads out there. I have job ads on ZipRecruiter. And most importantly, stop by and visit our website, Transitions Healthcare Autumn Grove Care Center, and you will find a place to go to the Career Center link and add your resume in there, and it'll get submitted right to my desktop.
Okay, great. Thank you. Those are all great ways to connect with the positions that you have available and your organization. So, what is one piece of information that you would like to leave students with as we end our time together in this session?
I wish them the best, and to always keep an open mind, and come visit me. I have a great place for you to work.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Connie. We really enjoyed learning about your organization and all of the positions that you have available, and the great place that a great place and culture that your workplace provides. So we really thank you for attending the session and providing this information to us. We know that you're very busy, so we appreciate your time. Thank you to everyone. Stay well and take care.
All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.